Oh my gosh, y'all. Did y'all see the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Martell really ate Tisha and Marsau up. I'm sorry. I have to give props where props are due. Because although Martell did what he did, I just feel like it's not right for everybody to be ganging up on him or whatever. But it does make me want to ask or answer the question, is Martell just want everybody else to be unhappy because he's unhappy? Is he mad that like Melody left him, so now he's trying to blow up the spot for everybody else? Or is he valid in how he feels? Because he really reminds me of, you know, that scene from Why Did I Get Married? You know, when what's his face just exposed everybody. But I feel him like, y'all not gonna sit up here and keep pounding down, punching down on me, and y'all got dirt too. And I'm sorry, I believe a lot of the things that Martell was saying when it came down to Marsau or whatever. I don't want to like put out there that anybody is cheating on their spouse, but I just feel as though like if Martell was just doing all this dirt by himself, I feel like cheaters go where they're comfortable with. So the fact that his friends, Maurice and Marsau didn't say anything lets me know that even if they weren't doing anything, they were okay with it. And I feel like if they were okay with it, then why would it not be such a reach to think that they was a part of it and doing like little sneaky side thing stuff on behind their wife's backs, you know? But at the same time, I'm just like Martell. At this point, if they're gonna be with, if their wife's is sticking it through with them, Marsau could be a big cheater allegedly, but do we really think Tisha is going anywhere, even with proof and evidence? I feel like she's not going anywhere. And I feel like that's okay. Every marriage looks differently. Like what I may tolerate may not be what somebody else tolerates in a relationship. What you may tolerate be something I may not tolerate. So at this point, she's like, Martell, leave it alone. But I can't lie. I did like how he was getting hyped. And like people said online, notice it's funny how the tables turn. It's funny how all of a sudden Martell is lying about Tisha and her past, but when it came down to Melody and all the things that were going on in their relationship, oh yeah, we believe Martell. Yeah, they never questioned it, never second guessed it. But all of a sudden now that like the heat fires on you, oh Martell is lying, he's making up stuff. So I just want to know what y'all think of that whole situation, because Martell was really saying some stuff, and whether he was right or wrong, I just feel like his energy was right. Forget what he said, his energy was right. Please don't sit up there and make judgments on anybody's marriage or put your 2 cents in if you gonna be my friend. Just be neutral. If somebody asks you on an interview about like what you think is going on, don't say anything about me if we're supposed to be quote unquote friends. You know, I will give Martell that. But like I said, his energy was good. Like, let's get it popping. Let's talk about the stuff that I heard or that allegedly you be doing. Let's go there. How about that? So I actually appreciate it. It was like kind of the best episode so far of this like part 2 season that we have going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I wanted to read y'all some tweets that I seen online, because y'all know I be nosy and I be having to tell y'all what be going on. So someone said Martell is definitely unhinged, but he ate Tisha and Marsau up. Cleared the whole little get together. That's true. When Martell was saying everything and running down the stuff that he was saying about Tisha, that's when everybody was like, Martell, you going too far. Destiny up and leave and go or whatever. Even though she the one that got the thing started. But you notice that? Funny how the tables turn. Now it's you running after me. That's old Monica, y'all. But someone said, say what you want. Say what y'all want, but I believe Martell, especially regarding shady Marsau. So, you know, when Martell was saying all this stuff, he was saying stuff about Tisha. Tisha used to talk to my boy. Like, he was hype. But, we got to talk about what Tisha just recently said in a Carlos King interview about things regarding Martell and how allegedly some of the stuff that Marsau was saying back to Martell got cut out. But I don't believe that. Marsau, or maybe Marsau was just saying it calmly, but to me, even if it was edited out, I feel like Marsau wasn't giving like he was clapping back energy. It was just more so like, oh, Martell is just saying whatever. I feel like he was being quiet. You know what I mean? I don't know, but maybe we'll see the behind the scenes footage one day, the unaired footage one day. I don't know. So someone else said, I'm so glad Martell cleared them at that part. Yes. And then someone else said, Martell and Melody are in their villain era, because, you know, Melody was doing her rounds in this episode too, going and asking people, hey, what's going on with Maurice DUI? But it's just like, even though Melody could be, because I've seen people say, it seems like Melody wants people to be miserable or like, you know, have some sort of stuff going on, kind of like how she had going on with Martell. Even if that is the case, I feel like it's justifiable, because like I said, a lot of times it do feel good to be like, okay, now the shoe was on the other foot, and you know how I feel. And I just feel like that's literally what Melody wants people to feel like, because y'all didn't give her privacy when she was going through her marriage situation. And granted, some of that stuff Melody did put out on her own, but I just feel like the aftermath was a lot too. So to me, I just never forget how Tisha and Marcel was kikiing about how, oh, Martell is dating Sheree now. I don't know, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It was kind of like, to me, look at him, he moved on kind of thing, and with like another reality lady, so I just didn't like how they were talking about that. And granted, we never seen Kimmy and Maurice talk about it. Maybe it was cut from the final, airing or whatever, but I just feel like that's kind of rude to do, especially if you're still gonna be in Melody's face or whatever. So that's just my thoughts about it. Somebody else said, finally, they have to talk about their business and not Melody's business. Exactly. Everybody is showing up for work now. That's why I thought it was a really good episode. Like, let's get it popping. Let's talk about this stuff. But, that's what I want to ask in this video. Do y'all think Martell got evidence? And at this point, see, they pushing him. But I feel like Melody kind of alluded that Marcel will be doing stuff too, kind of. So it's not just Martell. And you see how, like, okay, let's move on to Tisha. When Tisha was talking about the whole stuff that the revenge P, she sat up there and said she's seen it on the guy's phone, like Martell was showing stuff or whatever. So if the guys show their wife stuff about like other people, other couples and stuff like that, I'm quite sure that Martell probably revealed or shared things with Melody regarding the Scotch. You know what I'm trying to say? So if Martell's up there showing revenge P of Melody and coleslaw to the boys, I'm pretty sure that Martell showed Melody some things too about the boys and maybe their girls. You know what I'm trying to say? So they all be doing crazy stuff, and sometimes I be wondering, like, why would they even come on TV if they know it's a potential that they could be exposed? That's why a little bit I'm like, all right, hopefully maybe Marcel isn't doing anything, because I just feel like when you're on TV, stuff is going to be, if I ever go on TV, they're going to figure out who my first grade teacher was. Like, people just going to dig and find stuff out about you. So a part of me is just like, would they really go on TV knowing that they haven't been faithful? I don't know. What do y'all think about it? I hope not. So that's why, in a way, I do hope that, like, Martell is bluffing. That's for the benefit of Tisha and Marcel's relationship, that they are bluffing or whatever, that they both are bluffing. Well, no, that Martell is bluffing. He really don't got anything, because we don't want no relationship to go, be broken up by infidelity. We don't like that. And another thing I wanted to touch on was this one comment about Tisha in the wedding ring. So how do y'all feel about Marsau not wearing his wedding ring? Somebody tweeted, I don't know how Tisha has been married to Marsau for years and still can't verbally spar with him. I would have said, talking about the ring, it symbolizes obedience to the vows you took before God to uphold our marriage. So you not wearing it means what? He runs laps around her every time. So the reason why I feel as though Marsau gets away with what he gets away with in regards to, like, how he talks to Tisha or how they interact is because I feel like Tisha puts him on a pedestal. Not to say you shouldn't, or you should not do that for your spouse, but I feel like you still have to have some boundaries, and there still should be some respect there. Like, I'm not your puppy dog. I'm not here to just jump up and go when you say jump up and go, or do what you want me to do just because you said so. And I just feel like that's what Tisha does. I also understand, like, they're in the South, and not to judge all Southern people, but I understand, like, they had that thing where it's just like, I'm not going to backtalk my husband, or they just so happy to have a man. Or that's what it gives. Not all Southern ladies, but it just gives, like, that's my man, I'm gonna stick beside him. But I still do think that men appreciate when you speak up for yourself too. It's nothing wrong. Like, he has his feelings about the wedding ring. Okay, let me tell you mine regarding why you should wear it. If we both gonna be in a partnership, like, you able to say what you want to, but I can't. No. So, and again, you don't have to put as much sass as I would probably put on it, but you can say what you need to say and get your point of, like, babe, like, what? Well, I just really feel like you wearing a ring, it just shows our love. Like, you can say it in a cute, little cutesy way. So that's why I just hope for Tisha. But I do really feel like she puts Marsau on a pedestal, and she's not really going to, like, push back too much. Like, it's kind of like what he says goes, and maybe that's why it works for them. Like, she's a little bit more passive, and he's a little bit more active. You know how they say, like, opposites to be attracted. So, and sometimes that's how things have to be balanced. Like, one partner, it probably can't be where both partners are dominant or whatever for it to work. So, but I just wanted to make a comment about that. But what do you guys think about that last episode and Martell snapping? Do you think it was projecting, like he just want everybody else to be miserable, or do he really got receipts? Does he really have facts? I don't know if he has receipts, but he probably seen some stuff. He probably witnessed some stuff. You know what I mean? Can he back it up with like video evidence or text messages or revenge peep? Maybe not. But I do feel like the way that Martell was going off, it was something to that. It was something to that. And for Tisha to say he was sitting up, that there's evidence of Martell allegedly being with men, ooh, child. They probably can't be friends no more. I don't think that friendship will survive after an allegation like that. But we want to see. Other than that, thank you again for watching this video, for subscribing, for liking. Please write a comment. Let's talk about this. The show's getting lit me on it. Because yes, Martell and Melody is pulling people to the carpet, and I'm here for it. Other than that, do not forget to again like this video, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.